Salute, 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 salutes. Welcome to the Real Big Fruit Podcast. I am your host, Big Fruit. Top of the morning. Top of the morning. Yeah, I'm back again this morning. I was up here earlier this morning banging out. You know what I'm saying? I banged out before I went to work. I finished work. But while I was at work, my wheels was turning. You know, I'm always creating content for the people, right? My wheels is turning. And then I get a phone call. Yeah, I got another call. But this time, the call was from my very own family. You see, I did the story on JR, right? And I told you some people had mixed feelings. Nothing negative. They just had mixed feelings about whether or not they wanted to relive his pain. But the story of JR was received so well. I received so much positive feedback. And I learned so much that I'm back again with JR. Because the hood loves him, some Junior J.R. Hamilton. Real talk. Unbeknownst to me, like I told you, man, when I came out the house, JR was a grown man to me. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't a kid. He was a grown man. And his presence was always felt. I told you, he grew up with my aunts and shit like that. And my aunts watched the YouTube and was like, oh my God, I got a story about JR. I got my aunts and shit like that want to tell me stories about JR. This is crazy, right? Well, anyway, my family told me a story about the one and only J.R. Hamilton. And it goes like this. Back in like 84, 85, 85, March 85, one of my aunts was celebrating her 23rd or 24th birthday in the projects because my grandmoms had 5, 6 daughters. You know what I'm saying? They all grew up in LG. One of my aunts moved in the next building in 345. That's my cousin Ray Sean, Nikita, and my little cousin, young Tito mama. You know what I'm saying? So the party was at their house. One of my aunts had the party at their house, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, it was a house party back in the 80s, 85. Everybody from the project showed up. So JR comes through. My family said JR pulled up, leather bomber on, fresh to death. You know how that shit go. And my aunts had my cousin, Ray Sean, at the time, she was probably about 15, 16, 16, pregnant with her first child. Yeah, that was a big thing in my family. Ray Sean was 16 and pregnant. That was a big thing. But she was pregnant with her first child, and she was there because the party was at her house. Her mom's is my aunt. So the party was at her house. So, you know, she being a hostess, collecting coats and shit like that, hanging people coats up in the closet. She rolled up on the big homie JR. I was like, yo, I need your coat. And my family always talked about his voice, the way he talked. He had a real funny voice. And my aunt said when they told him, yo, we got to take your coat, he's like, I can't give you my coat. I can't give you my coat. Like, why we can't have your coat? Got to hang your coat up. I can't give you my coat. Needless to say, he ain't come up out that coat. He stood in the kitchen entrance, making sure everything was what it was supposed to be. And my family tells me JR left the party. He had to be about 22, 23. I want you to recognize this man's, his class, his style. He stood there, watched everything. He left the party. JR came back to the party. But this time, he was able to take off his coat, hang up his coat, and have a great time with the family. My family got some pictures of that day when he was in there dancing with the girls and shit like that. JR was that dude, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad I told the story because the story allowed me to learn that JR had an older sister. JR has a daughter and 2 sons. I didn't know that. But more importantly, I'm pleased to know that they're all very satisfied with the story. They're all very satisfied with the story. And when I heard my family chiming in like, yo, we got stories about JR too, I was like, all right, I'll tell it. I'll tell it. You know what I'm saying? Because listen, the hood loved them some JR Hamilton. I'm pissed off at myself for waiting this long to do the story. But I did it. It's better late than never. You know what I'm saying? Because he deserved the recognition that he deserves. Real talk. And you know how Fruit do, man. I'm all about giving people they props, giving people they flowers, you know what I'm saying? And paying my respect and homage. And that's what I did for J.R. Hamilton. But I thought it was funny how my family called and it was like, yo, we got stories about JR too. I was like, oh, that's dope. So once again, man, LG, we love us some J.R. Hamilton. I had one dude tell me straight up and down, yo, son, JR could have ran for mayor and he would have won. That's a hell of a statement, son. I had a motherfucker tell me straight up and down, J.R. Hamilton could have ran for mayor and won. Because Brooklyn, he would have got the Brooklyn vote. Ain't no question about that. He would have got the Brooklyn vote. You know what I'm saying? So I think I'm gonna change JR name to the mayor. I gotta ask first. I gotta get permission to do that. Cause somebody jumped in the comments and said if JR would have ran for fucking mayor of New York City, he would have won. That's a hell of a statement, man. That goes to show people got love and respect for you, man. And I'm showing my love and respect for the one and only Junior J.R. Hamilton. Listen, man, it's your boy Big Fruit. You know how I do, man. When content come across me, man, I deliver it to the people. I just wanted to jump on here and shout out J.R. Hamilton once again, because LGB love us some J.R. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to my family back home. I delivered. I hope y'all very satisfied. You know what I'm saying? Because J.R. was that dude. My aunts had to chime in. Yo, my aunts and my cousins like, yo, we got stories about JR too. And let me be real with you. This is the first story where my family was like, yo, we got stories too about this person. This is the first time this has happened, man. So it goes to show JR presence was felt and his presence is definitely missed. We love you, J.R. Hamilton. And on that note, your boy Big Fruit gonna get up out of here. I get with y'all at another time. Y'all know how I do. I move and shake. I make shit happen. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to jump on here and shout out JR. So once again, salute. It's your boy Big Fruit. I'll be with y'all soon. Until next time, deuces.